Yarla Goats here, and thank you for joining us with the Facebook group Star Wars The Tides of Change. And we are here for week 4 of Ashes to Ashes, which I would like to thank all of my players for our 2-month anniversary. And I do want to take a moment. How do you all feel after 2 months?
Like I want more.
I want to know where the ring is.
If you liked it, then you should have put a ring on it.
Oh,
He's like, oh, you fucking ruined that. Good job, man. Good job.
Anytime. Yeah.
All right, so I think what I really enjoyed about these last 2 months is the amount that you guys have bonded. Just even though you haven't really played a whole lot together in that sense, the amount that you guys bonded is fantastic. And this is definitely a campaign that I see going out pretty far, especially since everybody's been so dedicated to it. It's a project that I think we all love a little bit. And if you've seen that last episode, I think you got to see the players' investments really starting to surface. Because like I mentioned in episode 1, they've done a lot of behind the scenes work on what their relationships were, which is the bond system, and I freely talk about that in the Tides Change group, especially if you guys ask. But it's definitely starting to surface, and I think our audience is noticing it a lot more. So with that, we are actually going to cut into my favorite part of the beginning of this video that really sets the tempo on what the hell is going to be happening. Can I get you guys to roll a destiny? And all of the points, give them to me.
Dark
Yeah,
side,
looks like
feel it,
you're getting
baby.
Keep it coming.
Oh,
my.
Dark side.
One more roll,
wow.
baby. One more roll. Son of a!
I got
Oh,
you.
in the light
I
side.
got you.
All right, that's fine.
He was looking for a straight.
Before we continue, I am going to check the character sheets to make sure they registered right. Yes. No, they did not. Oh. Everybody... I see what happened. Here, can you sync your... or get rid of all your light side and dark side? I think we have to reset it. Or manually enter it in. Sorry, don't get rid of it.
Sure. We got
1
2,
light
3.
and 4 dark. It's calculating
4
as
dark, okay.
3 dark.
4 dark?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because he rolled twice.
Dang, I'm
Dark
sorry.
side, and then he rolled a lights.
Oh my god, you're right. It was all dark sides. Look at that. Viatar rolled a
He's getting
black,
all-
Damn Jam rolled a black, here rolled a black,
okay.
and Grodd rolled a black. Oh my
I
goodness.
thought I hit it, but I
1,
couldn't see
2,
it pop, so.
3,
Oh, there's
I rolled
5.
2
5.
blacks.
Oh my gosh. So everybody fix it. You know what? I'm actually going to do it and let me know if...
Yeah, I
It
can't
reflects-
manually do it. I gotta.
Yeah,
I can
Yeah,
sync
hang on.
pool.
I'm going to fix that.
Yeah.
Did that
That's
work?
my bad, guys.
I'm good.
5-0.
Now we're
Oh
on
my
5 dark.
May I please say,
Mm.
I'd like to thank the Imperial Academy for all these dark side points. I've really worked hard for them, and I
I
want
don't
blood
What
on
the
my
heck? I'm
hands.
gonna quit right now.
Yeah, okay, so
You didn't think your
Come on,
mama.
Dave, Start using them
we
up
are
right away.
going to... All right, that is an excellent idea.
Hey, didn't you read High Change? Come on, I'm a glutton for punishment.
I have spent a tide change to... And let me ask you this. When you spend a triumph, you can create something within the plot out of nothing, even if it seemingly does not make sense, as long as everybody agrees. Right?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. So the game's going to start off with pitch black being in the screen. The audience has just finished watching the title crawl, and they see nothing. And then all of a sudden the screen wipes to a door opening. You realize that the only reason why it was black was because somebody was facing a closed door. And the door opens to reveal the bridge of a Star Destroyer that spans out the walkway above the pits where all the computers are on the side, spans out about 150 feet, gets to a bank of windows, and there's a gentleman standing in front of the windows with his arms crossed behind his back. And Nervous, Imperial officer clears his throat at the door and briskly walks, trying to make his footsteps sound very uniform. Outside the window, there is no planet. There's only hyperspace. Now, as the officer steps closer, he clicks his heels and salutes. A familiar face turns around, light reflected from the blue streaks of the hyperspace tunnel, and you see the cast face of Grand Moff Tarkin. Turns around and raises his brow. Yes, how may I be of service? The soldier nods, and he's like, Tarkin, we've alerted the fleets of your successful recovery, but apparently you are needed. Tarkin nods. Understandable. It's Kessel, isn't it? Yes, they've exterminated the prisoners as you requested, but it did not go well. Steps forward past the officer and goes into the center where they have set up this silver, almost actually a chrome disc into the floor. He steps onto the chrome disc, reaches over and hits a button that's on a post, and the disc lifts up a little bit. And then all of a sudden, flickering on the screen, there is an Imperial officer who's frantically looking over the controls. I understand there appears to be a problem, officer. The officer looks up and goes, Grand Moff Tarkin, sir. Not a problem. We've got it under control. The TIE defenders are pursuing them immediately. They're chasing one of our shuttles down onto the planet. Tarkin lifts up his clipboard. That's not what I'm talking about. According to this report, there has been a facility breached on Kessel. My Sith Inquisitor is not answering his communications. They nod and they're like, yes, sir, we'll launch a ground team. No need? No need. Since we are no longer a governing power, and since these rebel terrorists think it's fit to rescue their hostages, we in the Empire are starting a new policy. We do not negotiate with terrorists. There will be no hostages. Admiral, call the remainder of 18th Fleet to Kessel. I want it flattened. Begin your bombardment immediately. Yes, sir. But what about the rebels in the ship? There's a chance that we may have killed some on board the shuttle. They're repeating that they had subdued somebody and they're going to Kessel. I don't care. Flatten them. I will deal with those rebels in short order. He turns and he pauses and he's like, when you said that there was a merchant ship coming back for the second time, do you have information on it at all? Yes, sir. I can send that to you right away. Good. I'm already going to take care of the people they work for. And as soon as he says that, hyperspace comes to an end, and there's Paradise, floating in the orbit of the purple planet. 3 more Star Destroyers appear on either side. Tarkin raises his hand. Do not destroy the facility. Behold, gentlemen, we are now looking at the new seat of the Empire. Camera pans up. Star's End rocks violently as Dam Jam narrowly evades a missile that explodes very near to the craft. These TIE defenders are firing off dumbfire missiles that they're able to detonate with the press of a button. Very sophisticated technology. The worst part of it is they have flak shell in them. So when the missile misses you and blows up, it works like a flak explosion. There's a few secondary explosions that tend to rock vessels hard, but they're trying very carefully not to hit the shuttle that's in front of you. In the cockpit, Dam Jam, why don't you describe to me what you're doing and who you want to be with you at this point in time? Set up the scene for us.
Well, Dam Jam is focused on the shuttle, noticing that through his peripherals that the missiles are rocking him back and forth, and noticing that these missiles aren't deliberately trying to get the shuttle. So he's like, Vitar, give me as much of a boost on the engines as you can. I'm going to get closer to our shuttle and get our pals out of here. And so Dam Jam looks to Valeria and goes, hold on to your seat. And he's going to jet it to get as close to that shuttle as he can.
All right. I'm going to need you to roll a piloting skill.
Okay.
It's 2 purple difficulty to see how close you can get to the shuttle.
So what's the difficulty again?
Against 2. It's an average difficulty because all you're trying to do is close the distance between the two of you. The only reason why I'm trying to have you roll is you are closing the distance while maneuvering away from enemy fire. Because, like I had mentioned, these are dumbfire missiles, and if you get close to the shuttle without being careful, you could blow the shuttle up.
Alright.
Okay, so you don't succeed, meaning that it's a wash in that aspect. You don't get close enough to the shuttle, but you could describe something advantageous with 2 advantage.
With the 2 advantage, Damn Jam just trying to get that juice going. It's not doing it. So he sits there quickly and thinks, let's see if we can block the view of the TIE defenders so they can't see where the shuttle is. Maybe they'll back off a bit. So he's maneuvering in a way that it's blocking the view of the TIE defenders the best he can. So
basically you're trying to put yourself in between the shuttle and you.
Yep. Trying to block view. I know the TIE defenders move pretty good, but he's trying his best to take this freighter and maneuver it like a TIE defender.
Viatar, the ship has been badly damaged, repaired, and now it's taking damage again. There's been so much that's happening in this poor vessel within the last 6 days. You're starting to begin to wonder what's holding it together. Describe to me what you've been doing this entire battle.
Well, so Damn Jam and R5, they're handling the controls. Viatar's been back in the engine room, doing what Viatar does best, and he's back there tinkering, periodically checking up on controls, making some adjustments, goes back to what he's doing, checking it again. Really kind of surprised that the Star's End's actually holding together as well as it is. Trying to figure out where else he might be able to draw some additional power or reinforce something to keep the ship from completely coming apart.
Interesting. I like that. All right. So I will allow you to make a mechanics check in order to attempt to generate some advantage to reduce the strain of the ship, because we'll just say that that's your active repair. But it's going to be pretty difficult because there have been several people in here that weren't you that repaired the ship. Starting off with Wookiee, then you tried to patch it up, then the Celestian came poking around. Dent's been kind of working on it as well. And you also have the military grade equipment that was installed by the Rebellion, but they repair for purpose. They don't really repair for finesse. So a lot of the bulkheads that have been damaged, they've just sealed with a plate over it. Like, they were trying to get you guys going quick for the mission, and it's clearing their work. So I'm going to give you 3 difficulty. That's the only reason why I'm stating that.
Okay.
Every advantage he gets, remove a strain. Two advantage, so go ahead and take
I can do it.
All right.
Two strain off. All
Yep.
right.
There you go. So I'm going to say, Damn Jam, that as you're flying the ship, you notice that one of the systems that went down has just come up online. Your shields are starting to recharge a little quicker.
Good job, Viatar. Keep up the good work, buddy.
Okay, we just lost Thomas. Hold on, let's get Tom back real quick.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back, Rod.
Those kind of things.
That's why I love XSplit, is everything's back to the way it was. So,
all right.
Damn Jam, that's when you notice that the shields are starting to recharge a little faster. Meanwhile, on the shuttle shakes a little bit from the missiles. The pilot kind of cocks his head over his shoulder to reassure here. Listen, don't worry about that. Those guys, they know how to shoot at something with precision without, unwanted casualties.
Um, so I'll look at him, and I'll say, yes, I'm sure they're quite proficient. But if he could see my face, he would know I was totally didn't believe that.
He's like, why all this? Why Kessel?
There's something on the planet that must be recovered. You're going to take us down, just like you were doing anyway.
Oh. I take it you don't know anything about the Imperial policies on this planet, or where to go, or flying for that matter.
I know enough. What's your designation, soldier?
That's what I thought. He just enters some stuff into the computer and continues to fly.
Yowza. I'm gonna like look behind me and see if Grod's coming for like some
Grod.
backup with one of those guns or something.
Grod, you're sitting there collecting some
What up?
weapons.
I'd imagine I tied the guys up by then. Had them all
Oh,
tied
yeah,
up,
you put
probably
manacles on them.
All right, I'm gonna probably sit in the doorway and I'm gonna say to her, "I was like, that guy asked too many questions." And I'm gonna start pointing the gun at him.
The guy kind of looks over his shoulder, so you're pointing it at the pilot?
Yeah, at the pilot.
He's like, no need. And he whips a pistol out from his side pocket and shoots himself under the chin, and his head goes slump. Blood explodes all over the top of the cockpit. And that's when you realize that the shuttle diverts course and starts heading in another direction. It's still going
gonna
towards
say that-
Kessel, but it's not going to the
Unless-
same spot.
Grad will say to ear, "Man, he's dedicated."
I'll say, he's a much better soldier than the others. Can you fly this ship, my friend?
Maybe a little bit. I got a couple lessons from Damn Jam.
Why
Let's see
don't
what I
you
can-
give it a shot here? I'll try to see if I
I
can
love how calm they are.
check the systems.
Well, we're headed directly for a planet. We have no idea what the... Hey, good old chum, do you happen to know... Oh, I do. Excuse me. Pardon me, I didn't want to be in your way. Jolly good.
That's my discipline, baby. Like,
Oh, even
I'm
Grod,
still
the
focused
drunkard, is like, oh
completely on
yeah,
the
buddy,
mission.
I'll help you out. It's all good.
It's spot of tea.
You're all
Anybody
stepping
find a
over
hot
this.
toddy?
You're stepping over the stormtroopers in the back. He was a dedicated. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry for chaining you up. Sorry. All right. So, with that being said, Grod, I want you to make a perception check against 2 purple. Yeah, it's 2 purple. These guys are just goons. So, perception check against 2 purple. Don't say, uh-oh, come on. Be a chum.
Nope. Grad saying, "Not a problem."
Yes.
Feel that.
It is a
Problem.
problem.
Oh God.
What's
Oh,
the
I didn't
problem?
clear out
Oh.
the things.
Yeah, did you clear your... Okay, well, that's
No, I
fine.
didn't clear those out.
Who cares? That doesn't mean anything. It just looks like 2 failures and boobies. So,
Guess it is a failure. It is a problem.
you
What are
kind
you
of
talking about?
glance
That's a
over it.
raccoon looking at you.
You kind of glance over it, and every...
Oh, but you must have had 2 purples on yours.
I haven't rolled
There's
yet.
a 4. Yeah,
There's
but
my-
4 came up on my end.
I haven't rolled
I only
yet.
had 2.
Oh
That's
yeah.
fine, but I haven't rolled
I only
yet.
had 2 up
I know.
on my end.
You added the stars into your vehicle weapon sheet. You now have to track 2 things. You have to go and make sure it's that nothing's set up in that
Oh,
vehicle.
on the vehicle one.
Right. But there's nothing on my end at all. I'll reset again.
There's
So all you
there's
have to do
nothing on
is
the
re-roll.
on the stars end though either.
Okay, so nothing on the actual vehicle character. So I'm looking around here. Yep, yours looks good. I would just try to re-roll then, because that is way too many.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it did
We're
that to
in
me
the dark,
last time.
baby.
too.
We're in the dark.
All right, yeah. 2 purple. And then
it could also
perception,
be
right?
because you didn't reset it when you started playing again. Yeah, 2 purple and then perception.
All right,
there
there
you
we go.
We can work with that.
I'll give that to you because that botch roll was terrible. All right, so
Looks pretty. doesn't it?
you start to switch positions with here when something catches the corner of your eye.
So I'm gonna whatever catches it, I'm gonna turn that way, take a closer look.
Yeah, you turn.
But as I'm
towards-
still walking towards the seat,
You turn towards the officer, who appears to be moving a little more freely than he should be with binders on.
I'm gonna say, here. Something's going on with him. See what you can do. I'm gonna
By the
point
way, he's
to the
unconscious.
officer.
He's just starting to move around.
Yeah, so I'll
He's
I'll
unconscious.
relieve Grodd of his rifle.
Yeah, he's just moving around, but he's unconscious. But his arms look like they're not as restrained as they should be.
Oh, that's fishy. Yeah, man, I'll take his, because I'm sure you don't need the rifle to fly a ship.
Nope.
So is it cool if I grab that from you?
Oh yeah, I probably would hand it to you. Probably.
Yeah,
as a-
cool, yeah. Yeah,
You
so
guys-
you
you
hand that
guys
to me like,
can-
here, handle this, and
Yeah. 'Cause
I grab the rifle and I head back there, training it towards the gathered hostages.
Okay, they all kind of look up at you. I would like you. Tell me what your discipline is.
It is
Very disciplined.
2 greens.
Oh my.
Huh.
This is going to be pretty
Yowza.
even for the DM to roll. Stormtroopers
But I shall
look at
triumph.
you. The stormtroopers look at you and they're like, "What?" And I really don't want you to see this, so I'm going to spend.
Oh,
a
I
dark
won't look.
side- I'm going to spend a dark side point.
Okay. Yeah, I won't look, man. It's all good. Twist. Oh, it
Okay,
popped up. I saw it.
Okay,
Sorry.
So
I
the
didn't mean to. I swear to God.
the stormtroopers are taking strain from their situation. One of them passes out, just like, oh, like probably from the combat that didn't happen. I don't know why, but they did. But the success indicates that you don't think anything's wrong. Not with
Okay,
them.
yeah,
Not with the stormtroopers. Just this officer.
Even
man.
with the guy who passed out.
Well, he's just like freaking out.
Okay, yeah. So, okay, whatever. I knocked one guy out. What's another one? Okay, so I'm gonna go over to the officer and kind of nudge him with the tip of the rifle,
And you see him go.
and I'll say,
You see him groan. He's he's like almost out of unconsciousness. And he just goes, lifts up his hand, and you see the manacles just fall off his arm. Somebody has undone his restraints.
okay, I'm going to immediately try to switch this rifle. Does the rifle have stun setting, or is that only pistols?
Oh, it has a stun
Rifle.
setting.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Rifle
try
has
to
stun.
stun this dude immediately.
All right, so you just
point
click.
blank range
Well,
execution
I'm not
style.
even gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna make you roll it. The blue discs come out, and he's just like he's out like
Yeah.
a light, and then you see a flash, and then your vision goes dark.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Standing behind here, one of the stormtroopers has a pipe, and they had slipped the captain's code out of his pocket, his code cylinder, and unlocked the restraints that way. So he tosses this code cylinder to everybody else, and they start hovering it over the scanner on the manacles, which makes them go pop and come off. And the stormtroopers start standing up, realizing that a couple of their guns have gone missing. So they pick the guns up, and they start heading towards the cockpit where Grodd is, while you're laying face down over the officer, and we are going to cut over to the Star's End. Damn Jam, you are following
Yes.
closely with the shuttle when all of a sudden you see it veer off and start going in a different direction.
What the hell are they doing? So, Damn Jam's gonna fly up to follow,
Mm-hmm.
but he's getting stressed because he's knowing that those TIE defenders could probably get him in any moment with this kind of a turn. So he's a little worried right now.
Why don't you make a piloting against a hard difficulty so that nothing happens?
And don't forget to add a boost from the astromech.
Yeah, because R5 is plugged in.
Okay. Piloting.
Wow, 4
Whoa.
purple.
Wait,
5
no,
purple?
that's not right. And I reset
again.
it too.
Hang on. There we go. Ignore that roll. Try it again.
Okay.
That's my fault.
Okay.
Remember your blue sty? Yeah, everything's good. So you should be able to roll it.
Oh, I like the other roll better. Damn.
All right. You failed, but you got 3 advantage. A missile comes in. Oh, I hate to do this to you, but I don't at the same time. Oh, dear Lord. You got how many failures? Just the one? Good.
Just the one.
A rocket comes through and blows up, detonates on the side of the ship where there are no shieldings. And as the rocket flies up to your left side, it explodes, and the ship takes 9 damage.
Oh, shit.
So let's head up to the Star's
Alright.
End.
Got it.
Yeah. You added the... What did you add to the token?
9.
No. You have to look at the sheet first. Your armor is 5, which is like
Oh,
your
okay.
soak. So you only take 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
hold on.
thank goodness. I saw that red line jump up and I kind of, where my ship is
So
about to
just
get blown up.
subtract 3, or subtract 5, yeah.
Fixed it.
Good,
I
good.
forgot.
No, it's all good, man. Getting blasted with missiles will make you forget a lot of stuff.
So you turn on your heel to follow the shuttle down. And that's when, I think what happens is when you see the shuttle veer off course and you go to follow suit, they were about ready to blow a flak miss round right next to you. You steered into it, got T-boned by it, and it actually blew you off course a little bit, so you fell behind from the shuttle even more. R5's panicking. The ship is just, the lights flicker in the ship. Dent goes, ah, and falls down because of how violent the impact was. Viatar, what happens to you when the ship just takes this sickening lurch as it's hit with a missile?
Yeah, that's one of the things I'm actually like magnetized to the ship. It's one of the other advantages of my. I'm
Right,
basically
but
stationary in place.
The stuff
but I'm
that
like-
you
so
the
when-
stuff that you work with is not magnetized.
I know,
Depending
so
on
it
where
starts
you
shifting,
are.
So I'm basically standing there, and everything goes whoop.
that's
So he
actually kind of
basically-
funny. I can imagine the shelving unit falling or shit flying around, and Viatar's just like,
What the hell? Put that back in place. He's all like, he's putting stuff back in place. I'm like, damn, Jim, what the hell? What's going on up there?
The shuttle turned for some reason, and now I was trying to follow suit, and I got a little too close to one of them missiles.
Okay. And where's the shuttle now?
It's heading towards Kessel, but it changed direction. It's heading to another destination. I'm not sure where.
Are you going to try to outrun these guys? Because the only way we're going to avoid this is to stay in front of the shuttle.
Well,
We're not
yeah,
equipped
that's
to
what
shoot any.
I'm trying to either get close to it or get in front of it. I'm not sure where it's going though. So if I get in front of it, we could still lose it, and we'd be open for attack. Best course of action is to get right up near it, so their missiles won't hit us. But I'm just
Yeah.
wondering where the hell this damn rebel fleet's supposed to be. Valerio, I thought they were on their way.
they're in hyperspace. You're a pilot. You know hyperspace can take days. The amount of distance that they have to travel could take them a couple hours.
Ugh.
I've got. You remember that the power seems to have gone out a little bit in the ship, right?
Right?
What was that again?
I was just saying that the power went out for a couple of times during the course of our
Right.
flight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I brought a new system online.
What are you talking about?
Well, it's not exactly a hyper jump. It's more like a hyper pop.
Hyper pop.
Yeah, take a look on the right hand side of your console, down right in front of R5. There should be a little green switch there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you plug in the coordinates about 10 minutes on the astrogation chart in front of where you are, we can lose the fighters.
Has this been tested before?
Anything ever been tested? I mean, look at Dan. I mean, he's a perfect specimen.
Okay, so if I have to try to figure out while I'm dodging these guys,
just use R5. R5 can plot the astrogation course.
Okay, R5.
Just do your thing. Just let me know when you're ready. I've got everything else set up back here.
Well, I just don't want to all of a sudden hyper jump into the planet or the this big rock in front of me.
Well, it should put you well on the other side of the planet. We'll pop before. We'll basically just disappear. They will have no idea where we went.
So, do you want me to break off from the shuttle and clear space? Then I take it, right?
I would put yourself as far in front of that shuttle as you possibly can.
All right. Well, I'm gonna need some more power.
Okay.
All right. So, in order to get the ship to do this, especially with its current strain, I'm going to need you to roll. First off, Jam, you're going to have to roll an astrogation.
Okay.
And I will let you have a blue die because of R5. Difficulty is going to be 3 because this has never been done before. And Viatar, I'm going to need you to roll a mechanics check of 4 because the ship has been through so much hell and back that you're asking it once again to push its systems to its limit.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Succeed. The astrogation is locked down. Now,
all right. I'm using the light
if you
side.
want, hang on. If you want, you can pass on your advantage to Viatar.
Yes. Good job, R5. Okay, Viatar, we got it locked in.
Yes.
All right.
Can we do this?
Okay, one advantage. I'm doing an. Let's see. I need an upgrade for 1. 4 purple. And mechanics check. Let's roll. Yeah, put that sucker back where it belongs.
So you managed to give the engine more juice and without even a strain to the system. So the ship starts to gain on the shuttle just fine. Meanwhile, we wipe back to the shuttle. Here, he didn't hit you so hard to where you became unconscious for any extended period of time, so your eyes are starting to flutter as you feel these manacles being attached to your wrists.
I'm gonna fight that, baby. Can I try to?
You can, but first
is
I'm
it
gonna
too
need
late?
you to hang on. I'm telling you what to roll.
I got you.
I need you to roll an average resilience because you're a pretty buff dude. I don't think this would be too hard for you.
Okay. Against 2, let me add those 2.
What you're basically trying to do is you're basically trying to fight off the effects of being whacked in the back of the head.
Okay. That's a bet. Let me get down to resilience. Okay.
You got this.
I'm alright. I'll take that strain.
All right, so yeah.
Unless you want to use it for something.
So what I'm going to say is you can fight it. And now I need you to roll a brawl at a disadvantage because your arms are behind your back.
Okay.
Against 2 purple. Or no, 3 purples. No. 3 purple, and then I'm going to give you a boost die because they aren't expecting it. So 3 purple, a boost die, and a disadvantage.
Good. Okay, I got that all set up. And this is a brawl, you said?
Yep.
Okay, get down to brawl. Boom. Oh.
He advantageously himself.
I want to say that the advantage is
Okay,
if you want an idea, is that you shout. Because Grodd has no idea that they're coming his way to the cabin.
Can I shout and get one strain? So like three advantages for the shout, and then get one strain
Well, yeah,
back.
three advantage to me is usually doing something pretty
That's
significant.
bad. Okay, good. Yeah, I'll shout. Grodd, the prisoners are loose, and I'm a prisoner. I don't say that loudly. I just say the prisoners are loose. I mumble to myself.
So how close are we getting to this planet there?
You're going straight for it. You're about to hit atmosphere.
So it's gonna get real.
All right. Is I take it there's a door into the cabin, right?
Yeah,
Is there
it's
a-
shut.
Button nearby I can hit to slam the door shut?
It's already shut. It's shut when you here left it.
To like lock them? Is it?
Hang on.
I wouldn't know
hang
if
on,
it was
hang on,
if
hang
it
on.
was locked
Hey,
though.
hey, hang on. You're breaking up. Could you repeat what you just said?
I said I wouldn't know if it was locked though, right?
No, I mean you don't know if there's a lock on it at all. I mean you're gonna have to pull some Luke Skywalker
Yeah,
figuring
my-
it out.
Connections crap tonight. Can you hear me?
Yep. Yeah, we can hear you. So,
I think I'm gonna make it to. I'm gonna. Yeah. Go ahead.
basically you have kind of like a Luke Skywalker knowledge on how to when he was on the Death Star and he was trying to figure out how the panels work. You have that when it comes to this ship, because not every ship is the same. It's kind of like when you get in a car and you're looking around, you're like, how the fuck do I unlock the doors or turn on the radio? That's where you're at right now, and you could attempt to lock it if you would like.
I'm gonna attempt to lock the door.
If you want, I will allow you to roll skullduggery to attempt to lock it in a way that is not using the computer. Like maybe you fashion a way to block the door so it can't open.
Yep. I imagine he's gonna probably maybe take something, a rod, maybe the pistol off the soldier that's lying dead, gun shot in his head, maybe, and jam it into the lock, the opening mechanism of the door.
Okay. So roll a skullduggery against 2. 2 purple. I think you've done this before. Definitely sounds like it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah, so you're like, oh shit, and you take the pistol and you jam it in between the door and the part where it slides in, and you hear them try to open the door, and it almost sucks the pistol in a little bit with it and totally jams the door. Now the door, so it's open like an inch maybe, but they can't get their rifles in there.
They're sticking a finger through, trying to.
I'm gonna pass my advantage off to here.
All right, here you have 2 advantage
Thank
on your
you.
next action, but we are actually going to cut to our first break. So, what will the crew aboard the shuttle do? What will the crew aboard the Stars Inn do? It looks like they're all formulating plans, but it might be too late for the crew aboard the shuttle. Tune in for part 2 here in a few minutes, and we'll get that going, and we'll see if they make it alive or not. Thank you very much.